They just finished getting the ring. So they were having the crack.
They were smoking weed, doing mushies, and this song, which is weird, it came out because it sounds like a fucking WWE Raw era fucking entrance music for Kane or
soundtrack music,
for fucking Undertaker or something like that. No, not Undertaker, I don't know. It's just, it is that feel. But to the point where he was so into it, he asked Nine Inch Nails to support Guns N' Roses on 2 gigs. At least 2 gigs, or else they only lasted 2 gigs, because Trent Reznor said they were the 2 worst gigs Nine Inch Nails have ever played.
Really?
Yeah. The first one was in Germany, and the fans... This was pre-Closer and Downward Spiral, where they would have gotten to a much bigger audience. They weren't that big at the time. It was big enough. It was head like a hole, but it wasn't.
Yeah. So maybe Broken era in between? No?
No. So 90... No, because... Downward Spiral was 94, and Broken was like 92 or 3. So this was literally just Pretty Hate Machine, and they weren't... Guns, you take the gig.
Of course you do.
So they went to Germany. Ironically, I think this is funny to happen in Germany, who are so open to industrial music in general. Fans absolutely slaughtered them. Started throwing sausages at them. I'm not just saying, like they went to France and they had baguettes thrown at them. They literally had...
Actually threw sausages at them.
Due to the research on this, I was listening to just interviews with Trent Reznor, and he said, as he just looked down and there was sausages all over the stage, and he was like, what the fuck am I doing?
What have we done?
What have we done? They only lasted 2 gigs. Now, I don't know whether there was 2 gigs.
What were we thinking?
What were we thinking? Hey! Oddly enough, this is one of Duff's favourites, Duff McKagan's favourite songs.
Really?
By them. Yeah.
That's because it's fucking different, isn't it? Sick of playing fucking guitar shite.
They never performed it live, obviously, because it's
terrible.
I have to give it to Axl Rose. I think I appreciate that he pushed Nine Inch Nails and he wanted to go. He said he wanted to go in an industrial way. He said this to the band. He never said in an interview. He said the opposite. He said, "No, we were never going to go industrially kind of after this." But he said to the band, because at the time, I think Matt Sorum and Duff McKagan said he was so into this. The next proper album, would have been loads of this.
Yeah.
Loads of it, because that's the future.
Imagine a Guns N' Roses industrial album.
Well, it would sound loads like this because it didn't work.
Of course.
That's why it's on the what the fuck were you thinking list, because it's painful to listen to. Now, it's a bit of crack, and if at the end of an album you can skip it or just not listen to it, whatever. But Guns N' Roses, my world.
I remember having this T-shirt when I was a kid, right? And it was obviously a bootleg. And I don't know what age I was. It would have been a year or so after Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. Because it came out the same year, wasn't it?
It's about 91.
Yeah. So, I remember... when was the Slain gig? Do you remember? Was it around then?
With Metallica and Fight No More?
I can't remember what fucking year that was. Guns N' Roses played Slain. And which is a big giant castle here in Ireland. And it's kind of one of these famous venues because it's huge. And somebody, I think, went to the gig and they brought me back a Guns N' Roses T-shirt. And it had the both covers on it. One yellow, one blue.
It was 92, so it was a year after
this. There you go. Yeah. So 92 they played, and someone brought me back a T-shirt. And they were obviously too cheap to buy me like a real one from the stall. So they bought one out of the fucking back of a van or something in the car park. And when I tell you, the screen print on it was so heavy, right? It was so thick and so heavy that you couldn't really lean forward properly wearing the T-shirt, right? It was like having a piece of cardboard.
Was it like you were trying to steal a vinyl from a shop?
That's what
you
it was
stuck
like.
It up your top and you walked out. That's what I've ever done.
It was fucking rock hard, and to this day, I'm convinced that it done damage to my nipples. I'm not joking.
Do you know what? Apparently nipple damage is a real thing, and you can perpetually damage your nipples. So if you're wearing something that frays them, they get...
Of course, they'd be worn out,
and then that rubs even more against them, and you can dry them nipples out.
Of course, you'd be in shy.
Dry nips.
But I always remember...
Wait, you say that now. What's wrong with your nips now that you think that?
They're not great, actually.
Why?
They're itchy. I have itchy nipples the last year. I'm beginning to think there's something wrong with me.
Is it because Fight No More announced our Guns N' Roses made come back to Slain a few years ago?
I don't really care about either of them, really, anymore.
You don't care about Fight No More?
Not really, no. I know. I don't hate them. I don't really care that much.
One of the best bands in the world.
I probably agree with
now,
you.
But
I probably agree with you, but I just...
But your nipples are hurting, so
I mean, I've got itchy nipples the last year, and it's bothering me. But I think it might be down to that Guns N' Roses T-shirt I had as a child. I would have only been 11 or 12. When
I've only experienced that when I bought a very expensive rare Liverpool jersey that had instead of screen printing or
embroidery on it.
They had embroidery on it, but the corner of one of the logos literally lands point bang
right on a nip,
on the top of the nip, and every time you turn it all, it will shred it.
Rough. Do you ever wear a wetsuit?
Apparently, they're
Torture.
Yeah, and it's the same as running gear, like polyester running gear.
Yeah, most runners and cyclists and divers, they just get like half a tub of Vaseline and just destroy their nipples before they put anything on them.
What about? I remember literally, not joking.
I can't believe I thought about nipples.
Yeah, but I came into Thomas' house one time after the second time I wore this jersey, and I had a plaster on my nipple.
Oh yeah,
to stop that from happening.
Yeah. I believe you.
And I literally was telling the lads about, I got a plaster on my nipple around. They're like, no, you don't. I took it up. They're like, what the fuck? Did you get a nipple pierced? I was like, no. This jersey.
This is the pain.
The corner of this embroidery stabs it.
Oh,
and it bled.
Yeah.
Guns N' Roses nipple bleeding since 1991. What is your next one?
My next one is Bad Brains. And the song is called Justice Keepers.
What the fuck were they thinking during this song? This is a step. This is a fall, not a step down. This is jumping down the escalator.
Yeah,
head first.
So, okay, I don't even know really where to begin here. This is from
incredibly talented band.
Bad Brains are one of the best bands to ever pick up guitars. One of the most influential, and they're just an incredible band. HR, the singer, is kind of a scumbag, but he's also mad, so you kind of got to let him
I only knew about his madness. No, he was hang on. Did you tell? Yeah,
he's a Rastafarian, so he agrees with all the things the Rastafarians agree with.
A proper homophobic shit.
Yeah, full blown.
I can tell you right now, I'm so not into that.
Yeah. So this came out in 1995. It's an album called God of Love, and it was Madonna's record label, Maverick Records, that put it out. It was this was produced by Rick Ocasek. This whole album from the Cars.
He's a great producer. Actually.
Yeah, he produced. This sounds okay. This album
died recently.
Yeah.
So
he produced this entire album.
It sounds good though. Some of the best albums sound great, but the content is.
Here's the problem with this: is this is kind of a clusterfuck of a situation. Bad Brains were in the middle of trying to make the transition from being like a punk band or a hardcore band, they're a hardcore band, into being a reggae band. They were kind of half done with the jumping around, playing mad fucking heavy music and shit like that. So this album is very, very reggae heavy. Okay? Now...
That's right. But didn't they have another reggae album that wasn't, if you like that?
They done an actual reggae album.
That was received well.
Yeah, a straight up
one. They were also as into that, even when they were starting off.
They changed names as well for a couple of years. They called themselves Soul Brains for a while as well, and I think they concentrated more on reggae stuff.
What I'm trying to say is, as much as they do not like reggae, apparently this was not a bad reggae.
Well, if you like reggae, I'm sure Bad Brains reggae is fine. Because let's be honest, all reggae is the fucking same.
If you like reggae,
then that's it.
You're not really looking for much in our life.
Yeah. So this album has loads of reggae songs in it. So when you do get a song that is a classically themed heavy guitar punk song by Bad Brains, you kind of expect it to fit in with the old stuff, Band in DC, whatever,
Oh my
Sailing
God,
On. It's just outrageous.
Band in DC. You'll never get another song like that again.
No.
But so good.
Absolutely bananas band.
Do you know what? I had to just say, the first time I heard Band in DC, I was like, it's good. Yeah. But then that bit in the middle, you're like, oh my God.
They're so good at twisting stuff around.
The way they shift, that gear shift in the middle of Band in DC.
Yeah. That's how they got famous.
It's just so good.
That's how Bad Brains kind of got...
The music changes. His vocal style becomes completely different. He starts singing.
Yeah. He's English as well.
Is he?
Yeah. Him and his brother, the drummer, both born in England.
Shit. We have a good story about born in England, or living in England and drummers later. But
I
keep doing that, but...
the band kept... The band kept breaking up around this time. They used to break up and not break up and have big blowouts. See, HR's, like I said, HR's fucking mad, right? And They had a GoFundMe for him recently because he has this like chronic migraine syndrome or something where he just constantly has headaches. And
That must be an absolute nightmare.
he blames his madness on that.
Well, to be fair, if that's true,
maybe.
I absolutely would.
But at the same time, they'd done a couple of reunion gigs there about 3 years ago, and he came out dressed as a king, wearing like a big giant purple cape, a crown, and a scepter, and he just stood there.
But if I had 2 months of migraines, I'd go mental.
Yeah, I don't know.
Those are the dirty headaches.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying I don't agree or believe that he suffers. I just think that there's a big ball of absolute mayhem, and his name is HR. The singer, like he doesn't make any sense. The band, they took this album on tour with Beastie Boys, and they were supporting Beastie Boys on the License to Ill tour.
What year was this?
1995, I think it was.
Right, okay.
And so they broke up, I think, in 96, 95, 96, after this.
Yeah.
They were touring this album. Madonna got them, because Beastie Boys had a subsidiary of Maverick Records called Grand Royale, I think it was called, which was their record label.
Right.
So, and Bad Brains had just been signed to Madonna's label. So they were kind of half in the same bed anyway. So Beastie Boys took them on tour. Now, we've talked about...
When Beastie Boys signed to that label, Madonna's label, they dropped all their misogynistic type lyrics.
Oh, fuck right they did, yeah. 100%.
And they said, I think they started to even bring it up in songs, like, but it's simply around that time.
Well, they're also getting old, not old, but older.
Woke, getting woker. Which, to be fair, is the good woke.
Yeah, exactly. Not the gay frog woke.
Not that kind of Jesus. That's going back asleep. Gay frogs.
But this song feels really kind of force fed onto the album. Like we have to throw some guitars on there. The riff is garbage. It's just this repetitive fucking kind of guitarist warm up. You know, when you're trying to like dial in a tone on an amplifier and you're just and it doesn't go anywhere. Yeah. And he just keeps shouting, "Justice, keep us," doing this fucking thing. It's fucking terrible. You know, Chuck Mosley from Fight No More fronted Bad Brains for a while.
That's right, yeah.
When one of the times HR fucked off, they got Chuck in, yeah. And apparently, this is something I learned today. There's an album. Lil Jon is a big Bad Brains fan, and he brought them in, and he made an album with them.
Lil
Jon. So there's an album of Lil Jon and Bad Brains sitting on the shelf.
What?
Yeah, sitting on the shelf, never released, and apparently it's savage. So the band say.
Throw it out.
Yeah, fuck it in the bin, like.
Throw it out.
No, fuck it in the bin. I'm happy enough with them knowing it was deadly. I don't really want to hear it. But yeah, during the tour supporting this album, HR, he ended up getting in a fight with a security guard that led to a fight with some skinhead dude in the crowd, and I think he got fucking ran out with a CE or some shit, got arrested. The whole thing is a fucking clusterfuck. He's just a nightmare of a human. And when he does gigs now, like I said, he just stands there. Like, he was famous for doing backflips into the crowd. Now he's old. I'm not saying I want him to do backflips, but I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of movement from him.
I saw you trying to pick a chair up earlier.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Like, he literally just stands there and he puts his arms out to his side and just the microphone's in a stand and he just stands there and he refuses to do most of the heavy stuff. He'll do one or two, but the rest of it has to be the fucking, like, we be jamming, fucking shy.
Yeah.
And, but this song...
does not mix.
No, well, it mixes for them because it's Bad Brains. That's it.
Yeah,
but it mixes for Bad Brains, and that'll do. No one else should ever really try it because fuck them. That was their 6th album. I think they done 8 or 9. They done another one I showed on one of the Facebook videos, the vinyl videos. That was okay. But it's, to be honest with you, once the first fucking, let's say 4 albums, there's a couple of EPs of the Omega sessions and stuff. Once they're done, forget it.
Yeah.
Just fuck it in the bin. But yeah, this song is terrible. But definitely go and listen to actual Bad Brains. Just go on to Spotify. The first fucking, whatever, 8, every single one of them is just a fucking killer. An absolute killer. And what's weird, on albums like Eye Against Eye, they actually find ways of mixing that hardcore punk and reggae without it being overbearing and shite.
Yeah.
They do actually manage.
That's a mental mix, if you think about it.
And they do find it. There's definitely songs that have that little plonk in it behind them, and it fucking works because it's not leaning in any one direction too far. They find this wonderful kind of lukewarm temperature, you know.